I was born in Managua, Nicaragua. And because of the civil wars that took place in Central America in the 1970s, my family and I were forced to move next door to Costa Rica, where my music career started. I grew up in a household where my mother loved Julio Iglesias and my father liked mariachi music. So Beethoven, Brahms, Mozart, it's not that they didn't like it, it's just that they didn't have access to it. A lot of people always ask, when was that moment that you realized this is what I want to do? And the more I got involved with music, and the better you become at it. All of a sudden you realize that this is what you want to do, that you cannot imagine doing anything else. I was very close to my friends from the symphony and the youth orchestra. We grew all up together. One thing I remember growing up back in the day, one of them had a shortwave radio, and we would try to pick up, radio stations. And every now and then, it would be, tonight, the Boston Symphony or the New York Philharmonic. And of course, we would sit there around this radio and listen to these performances. Fast forward 30, 40 years later, and now I have the privilege of working with all of those orchestras as a conductor. When I came to Baylor, I remember not only being exhilarated, but I was scared out of my mind. My English was incredibly limited. And yes, coming from Costa Rica to Waco in the mid-'80s was like going from Earth to Pluto. Culturally, it was a shock. But I was following my passion. And from the moment I arrived, everybody immediately made me feel like I belonged there. I never felt like an outsider, ever. The percussion teacher was Dr. Larry Van Landingham. Dr. V, to those of us who loved him, who became more than a father figure. And I would not be here without him supporting this whole endeavor. So Dr. V, in his great wisdom, said, how do I make this young kid not only learn English, but more importantly, make friends? So he strapped a snare drum on me, threw me onto the football field, and made me a part of Wrocław. And yes, within a week, I spoke perfect English with a Texan accent, and I had 200 new friends, many of whom I'm still close to. I always share with students when I meet with them, and even with my daughters, that I hope that they're as lucky as I've been, because early on I knew what I wanted to do. And because of it, I get to do my hobby for a living. And that is the greatest privilege I can think of.